Politorium was an ancient Latin settlement located in the region of Latium and played a notable role in the early traditions of Roman history. The city stood among the chain of Latin communities east of the Tiber River and was considered one of the independent Latin towns surrounding early Rome. Ancient sources mention Politorium in connection with the political and military struggles that shaped the earliest phase of Roman expansion. Its story illustrates the landscape of early Latium, where many small but organized Latin city-states existed alongside the rising power of Rome. The name of Politorium is most closely associated with the reign of Tullus Hostilius, the third king of Rome. The Roman historian Titus Livy describes the wars between Rome and neighbouring Latin communities, and records that Politorium was one of the cities conquered by the Romans. According to Livy, the Roman army besieged the settlement and eventually captured it. This event represents an early stage in Rome's strategy of asserting dominance over nearby Latin towns through military campaigns. The fall of Politorium marked one of the steps by which Rome began extending its authority across Latium. What happened after the conquest reveals an important feature of Roman expansion. Tradition says that Tullus Hostilius did not simply destroy the population of Politorium. Instead, he transferred its inhabitants to Rome and incorporated them into Roman society. This practice became a characteristic policy of early Rome. The populations of conquered cities were relocated to Rome, increasing the city's population and strengthening its manpower. The people taken from Politorium were said to have been settled around the Aventine Hill, a district that later became associated with plebeian communities. Through such measures, Rome gradually expanded both demographically and politically. The fate of Politorium also reflects the harsher realities of ancient warfare. Some accounts suggest that after its first capture, the city may have been reoccupied by Latin forces. When this happened, the Romans launched another campaign and destroyed the settlement completely. In Roman strategy, this could be a deliberate decision. Towns that repeatedly resisted Roman authority might be erased to prevent further rebellion. The destruction of Politorium therefore demonstrates how Rome eliminated rival communities while consolidating control over the region. The exact archaeological location of Politorium remains uncertain today. Ancient texts imply that it lay somewhere between Rome and the Alban Hills, within the cluster of early Latin settlements. Some modern scholars suggest that the site may correspond to an area near Castel di Decima, south of Rome. However, the archaeological evidence has not yet produced a definitive identification. Despite this uncertainty, historians generally agree that Politorium was a nearby Latin town that disappeared during Rome's early expansion. The story of Politorium helps illuminate the character of early Roman history. During the Age of the Kings, it became a symbol of the struggle between Rome and the surrounding Latin communities. The fate of the city shows how Rome expanded not only through warfare, but also through population transfer and political integration. At the same time, the destruction of Politorium reflects the harsh methods by which Rome gradually removed its rivals and emerged as the dominant power in Latium.